Today on Beyond Pages is my girl Jessica. She got a story to tell y'all.
Okay, yeah. So anyway, I'm reading the book. It's called Kinder by Octavia Buck. So basically, what happens is they're in two different time periods. There's Rufus. He's in 1819, and then there's Dana. Dana's in 1976. But the thing is, anytime Rufus is in danger or being hurt or almost near death, is the only time she is like summoned to his time period. So in his time period, his father is a slave owner, and then he also is like next of kin. So he's next in line to also be the slave owner, but they call him master, even though he's a kid because he's white. And so the first incident was that Rufus had set a fire to his house, which summoned her from her time period, but he did it because his father had beat him or whatever, and she was saving him before he died because he was about to die. So she started to do what's it called, the Heimlich, no, mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. She started to do that.
CPR.
Yeah, so she started to do CPR, and the mother is hitting her because she didn't understand what was going on. She's like, "Oh, get off my son! You're doing this to him," and she saved his life. So the only way that she could get back to her time period is she has to be like in immense danger and basically think that she's almost near death. If not, then she's stuck in his time period. Mind you, she's a black woman. So she's stuck in his time period while on the plantation with the people that's slave owners. But she's obviously like educated and stuff. She could read, she could write, she speaks proper. So they see her and they like, "Why you dressed like a boy?" Because she wear jeans. You know that you were supposed to be wearing jeans. They'd be like, "Oh, why you speak like the white people?" She's like, she doesn't. And then one day, her husband was the only one who knew of it at first because he witnessed it. Like, he seen her vanish from their house and then come back with like mud, dirt, and blood from being like from running and being beaten and stuff. So one day he's like, "We have to find out a way to like bring you back so you're not stuck in the time period." But the thing is, when she's there in his time period, 1819 or the 1800s, it could go on. She could be there for a long time. It could be hours, it could be days, it could be months. But when she comes back to her time period, it's only a few seconds or a few minutes or a few hours. So she doesn't really age. So she's not really aging every time that she goes back to his time period. But he is the kid Rufus. He's aging, but she's not, because of the time difference, which is weird. Anyway, so now I'm on the part where Rufus is so her husband had figured out, like, he was like, "Oh, we're gonna tie this cord to you and tie all this stuff just in case somebody tries to hurt you again, you can defend yourself." But it's like, it wouldn't make a difference if she defended herself or not, because in the time period that she's in, if she defends herself, she's gonna die regardless. So he decides, like, when he sees her, he knows that it's about to happen because she starts to get dizzy and her vision starts to get blurry and she starts to like fall out and stuff. He jumps on her and basically he's now in the same time period with her. Now the problem is they were there for like 2 months, like living like that lifestyle. She would be the one who would read to Rufus or whatever. Rufus is the little boy. She would be the one to read to him. Her husband name is Kevin, so he had to pretend to be like the master of her in that time period, because that's just how it was. So if anything looked weird, then the what's his name? Rufus's father, he's not a nice man. He just beat people, would like beat her. So she finally, she was trying to teach this little boy named Nigel. He was a slave. She was trying to teach him how to read, which obviously she's not supposed to be teaching him how to read. But she didn't get caught for that. What she got caught for was that the father told her that even though she could read and write, he doesn't want her reading on her own time. She's only allowed to read when she's reading directly to Rufus, which is his son. So she had the book. He called her. He beat her with the whip. She screamed. Kevin, which is her husband, he was supposed to try to help her, and he wasn't. He was running to her. Like she said, she could see him, but the pain was so overbearing. And now she wind back up in her own house after 2 months her and Kevin been trying to figure out how to get home. But wow. Kevin's not with her because he had to be actually like touching her for him to come back with her. So he's still stuck in the time period of where they were. But every time she goes back, it's like years done passed for Rufus, the little boy.
Yeah.
So even if she goes back, it's not gonna be in the same years that she left Kevin in, if Kevin even still survived.
So when she go back, is he older or is he?
Yeah, he gets older.
Okay.
Every time she go back, he's a few years older. But she's the one that's not aging. Because
she's stuck into this time period.
No, it's not that she's stuck. It's because when she goes to Rufus is constantly getting to something, and she only is conjured to him when he's in trouble or in excruciating pain or about to die.
Oh, okay.
So he's getting older. But for her time, when she goes back to her time period, the same time that she spent with Rufus could feel like hours, days, years. But when she goes back, it only be like minutes, seconds, hours of her time, which is why she's not aging.
But that's what I'm asking, like, is she not aging because she's only in the time when he was young? Like, if she's traveling back because she's been only with him from how old? Like, what was the age that she was with him with?
From when he was a kid. The first incident, I think he was like maybe 5 or 6 or something, and then now he's up to 18.
But she wasn't with him. Like, did she ever leave the house, period? Or is she still in his life?
It's not about her leaving the house. They're in 2 different time periods. She's getting conjured to him from a different time period.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's say it's 1840, right? Mm-hmm. And she was with Rufus from 5 to 18 through 1840. But now it's like 19-something. So Rufus is really old. But she still is traveling to him as an old person, but she's never aging because at that time was the time she was in his life. So I'm asking, like, is that the reason? Because that time she's stuck into that time.
No,
of his life?
Actually, her ancestors are the ones who are slaves of Rufus. Apparently, Rufus had got married to one of the slaves. So I guess that in her family, she's like a descendant of them.
Oh, okay.
So Rufus is Rufus, and then he got married to, I think, one of the slaves, which was like Alice or something. Mm-hmm. And Alice is her ancestor, like in real life.
Okay.
So I guess when Rufus and Alice gets married, somehow their interracial like relationship creates the lineage of all the next grandkids and next kin and things, and she's part of that.
Okay.
What I'm not understanding is why she's being summoned to that time period every time Rufus is in trouble and hurt.
Right.
Because she's only, and the thing is, Rufus says he can see her right before she comes, but she cannot just easily go. She cannot go back as easily, like in order for her, and she can't control it. Rufus doesn't control it neither. Neither of them control it, so they don't really understand it. They're just trying to figure it out. All she knows is that she's connected to Rufus, and anytime Rufus is in danger is when she's summoned to come back to that time period to try to help him or save him as best she can. And Rufus is always in danger because he always doing something.
Wow. So continue.
Now I'm only at the part where he's 18 now, so she's noticing that he's acting like his father, which she doesn't like because his father's not a nice man. Okay. And she thought that when she was there from when he was a kid, like the 2 months that she spent there, she was like, she wanted to try to change, basically try to slide her way into impacting him so that he would not be as like temperamented as his father.
Right.
But she's finding out that that's not working, and the people remember her. So every time she come back, the people that seen her before, they know who she is, but only select people have seen her. And some of them even witnessed her, like, jump back into her time when she's in, like, excruciating, like her like the father. The father he triggered it twice, because the first time when it was the fire, when Rufus was a kid, she saved them, and he had his gun pointed at her, so she was so scared for her life, thought that she was gonna die, she jumped back to her time. The second time, he was beating her for, I don't even know what he was beating her for the second time. He was beating her for something the second time. She jumped back to her time, and that's when she explained it to Kevin, because Kevin see her come back, she's like bloody and scared and in mud and stuff. So whatever happens to her in Rufus' time, she comes back like detoured from that. Like, whatever happens to her in Rufus' time, if she gets beat in Rufus's time and she gets, like, so scared that it helps her jump back to her time, she's going to still have the bruises. She still feels the pain. She still feels everything.
Right.
She's just back in her time until whenever Rufus is in something else and he summons her back. So now he summoned her back because he did something bad and he was getting beat up by the people, which were the slaves that he grew up with. Or whatever, he was getting beat up by them, by the husband specifically, because he tried to harm his wife, which didn't make any sense because he grew up with all of them.
Wow.
They were friends too. Him and the Rufus and the wife, they were friends, and the husband too. Like, they all knew each other because Rufus was basically their master. Like, his father was their master, or whatever. But Rufus was always, like, defending them and like trying to help them. He wasn't, like, trying to harm them.
Right, but now he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's trying to understand. She's, like, trying to persuade him to, be better and not act in the temperaments of his father. Or whatever. I don't know. That's where I am right now. So hopefully she can persuade him. But she's coming back because she's trying to find her husband, Kevin. But he's not there anymore. He's not at the house anymore. He moved up north or something. So she's trying to figure out where he is, how to find him, so she could help Rufus, but also bring him back home.
So that's my girl Jessica on Beyond the Pages. Go read the book called. Tell them what it's called.
It's called Kinder by Octavia E. Butler.
Yes, and y'all tell us what y'all think. Y'all could comment at sv766752@gmail.com. Go to my website, http://wordpress.com. Follow me at son.ia9795, Instagram, St. Santiago, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube. Go to my Patreon, and y'all have a blessed night.